Hi everyone, welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to show you how I created this little file folder pocket card. It holds a little card inside of it, and when you take it out, there's a little surprise sentiment on the bottom for you. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. The first thing I've got is a piece of Smoky Slate cardstock that measures 6 3/4 by 5 1/2. I've scored it at the 4 1/4 inch mark, and I'm taking my bone folder and creasing it. Now, as you can see, I've already added 2 pieces of our Eastern Elegance Designer Series paper. This first one here at the top, or back of the card, is 1 inch by 5 1/2 inches, and this piece of Designer Series paper on the pocket front is 5 1/2 by 2 1/2 inches. At this point, if you want to adhere your card so that the pockets are adhered firmly, you'll want to add a couple of pieces of sticky strip to that. If not, you're okay because your ribbon will hold it closed. So let me show you how I created that file tab. You're going to need your envelope punch board to do this, and you're going to take your piece of cardstock and slide it into the punch so that your cardstock is at the edge of this plastic piece. I hope you can see that. Once you've got it lined up the way you want, you're going to punch, and then you're going to slide that over to the 3-inch mark and punch again. That 3-inch mark is just what I like to use, but you can make this tab any size that you'd like. So now that I've got my tab punched, I'm going to set aside my envelope punch board and use my personal trimmer. Once you have your personal trimmer, what you're looking for is this little groove in your trimmer. You're going to want to line that up against the very bottom of this little divot that you created with the envelope punch board. I've got my blade towards the bottom of my card because I like to start on the outside edge and go towards that little divot. And I'm simply going to slide my blade up until I feel the give from that negative space creates. You might want to press down a little firmly because you are going through 2 pieces of cardstock, but there you go. You've got your tab all set and ready. I've got my envelope punch board again because I would like to use the corner rounder to round the top 2 edges of my card. So I'm simply going to stick that in the top there and punch, and then do that again on the other side. And that's really great because our envelope punch board has a coordinating corner punch that works wonderfully with our 3/16 inch corner rounder. So now my card is finished, and now I'm going to work on the card that goes in the little pocket. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I did that. I'm first going to take a piece of basic gray cardstock that measures 4 1/2 by 3 3/4, and I'm going to punch all 4 corners using that corner rounder punch on my board. The next piece I've got is a piece of crushed curry, and this happens to measure 4 3/8 by 3 5/8, and I'm going to do that same process again. All 4 corners using my corner rounder punch. And finally, I have my last piece here, which is my Whisper White cardstock with my sentiment that I've stamped in basic gray. I've stamped the first sentiment slightly above the halfway point on my card, and the surprise sentiment that I want to be hidden by that pocket on the bottom left-hand corner. So I'm going to punch all 4 corners again. And I'm now ready to layer and adhere things together. So let me show you how I did that. I've simply layered the basic gray with the crushed curry and then the Whisper White. I've added this fun little flower using my itty bitty punch pack, the little flower shape, and a piece of crushed curry. Added it to a glue dot, placed it on my card, and then just kind of fluffed it up with my fingers. So now it's ready to go in my pocket. So let me show you the finished card again. Okay, here's the completed project. We've got our little pocket card with our surprise sentiment hidden behind our file folder tab. I've added a ribbon that's 20 inches long, our basic gray 1/4 inch stitched grosgrain ribbon that I've tied in a bow. And finally, to add a little pop of color here at the bottom of our pocket card, I've taken 3 of our basic gray neutral candy dots and placed them on the bottom. I think they just add that little bit of extra color. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, www.stampwithjini.com. Thanks for joining me.